What is going on, everybody? This is Basil back with another WoW Classic Season of Discovery video, just a hair before it actually launches here in just a few hours. In this video, we are going to be going over some add-ons that aren't quite mandatory, but definitely have like a quality of life to them that may actually make things a little better. There's not going to be that many. I already did a UI video not long ago going over a couple of them. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is just my UI testing character I did for the UI video. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up my add-ons list here and show you what I have, and then we'll hop in game and kind of show you what they do. So, if you don't want to use ElvUI, I would suggest Bagnon and Bartender so you can move things around. You can have the one bag interface instead of having to open each one individually. That's really just about it when it comes to that. Other than that, we have Click, which is a mouse over unit frame type deal. So you can use that to just make it to where your heals and stuff. I'll show you here in just a minute. ElvUI, obviously, I very much prefer using ElvUI, so I will be using that. Immersion, I'll show you that here in just a second. Leatrix Maps enhances your maps. Leatrix Plus provides a lot of features. LFG Bulletin Board just to kind of help you navigate the chat and everything else that's going on. Opie, just a quality of life type wheel that you can use. Questy, that's a big one, and it's probably not updated because data mining is not fully done for Season of Discovery, but it will work for the available quests that we had before the Season of Discovery. Trade Skill Master, amazing if you're wanting to make gold or save gold when you're on the auction house and stuff. Unit Scan, I would suggest too. For some reason mine is broken, but what it does is it scans around everything around you, and then kind of gives you a notification if there's a rare or a mob in particular that is very noteworthy. So let's go ahead and hop in game. I'll kind of show you what a few of these are. Obviously, the more add-ons you have, the more resources the game ends up having to use. Your load bars are going to be a little bit longer. So I'm just going to ramble for a second while this blue bar happens. Alright, so we are fully blue barred here and in game. We are in Elwyn Forest. So I'm going to go ahead and show you Immersion real quick. It's the one that I was telling you about that kind of... Well, I didn't really say anything. But yeah, I said I'd show you. So we're going to go over here and talk to a random NPC. Let's go to this quest giver here. That's a good... I'm going to shift click him because I don't want it to automatically do the quest.
Well met.
And it's going to give you this look. Instead of having your box over here, you're going to have it like this. You can talk to him, and it's going to do like that. And then you just click an option. And then, yeah, and it works the same way with shopkeepers. I'll show you that with a shopkeeper really quick. And then we'll move on. Well, if he had a chat option that would do that. None of these have chat options. Alright, so you get the point. It kind of gives it more of an RPG feel instead of just a thing of text here on the side. Alright, Leatrix Maps, in conjunction with, ElvUI and everything else, is going to give you a map looking similar to this. Without ElvUI, it's going to look a little different, but same basic principle. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, gives you a full idea of what the map is without having to have explored it. It's not fully fog award out. Now, Opie or Opie or however you want to pronounce it will give you something kind of like this. I don't remember what my other key bindings are, but basically you can set up rings, and these rings will do different things depending on what you have done. So let me see if I can find another ring here that I've got. Let's do target markers. Alt R. Okay, so we're gonna Alt R. Well, never mind. That's bringing up something different because I have a keybind set on Windows. All right, let's do Alt T, I guess. Let's see what that does. Alright, so if I had something, I could set a spell here So like if you're a warlock and you don't want to waste your bar space with create health stone, summon a demon, all that good stuff, you could customize those to where you could just throw them onto this bar and use them. For example, go ahead and show you this one. This is just my travel one that I always set up. In retail, you have more travel options, so I would always do this. But basically, you just do this, you hover over it, you let go of the keybind, you start casting the spell. Or using the item, or whatever you have it set to do. So yeah, there's that. You have Leatrix Plus. I kind of went over this one a bit in my UI video. Has a lot of options to make the game faster, get rid of some annoyances, give you some better things. Got faster auto loot. You can automate quests, sell junk, repair, all that good stuff. Automatically decline duels if you don't like to duel people. Has a lot of functionality to it. So now, I don't remember the keybind because I don't use this one much. Let's see here if I can figure out what my my keybind is for this. LFGBB maybe? No. Okay. Anywho, that's ignore the fact that I don't know exactly what I'm talking about on that one. But basically, it gives you a. This is classic. Oh, you just got a button here. It is classic, so we're not going to have group finder. However, with the LFG bulletin board, it will scan the other chats. In trade chat, if you're in trade, it will scan and looking for group and everything else, and it will kind of organize them. So if somebody was looking for an RFC group, it would pop up here and whatever they typed. So if they say LFG, LFM, 1 DPS, RFC, then G2G, that text would display here. You could click it to whisper them and ask for an invite. So yeah, you got that add-on. Fantastic. Then you have Questy. This is probably one of the best add-ons you can possibly get for Classic because there is no built-in quest helper. So if you'll notice up here on my mini-map, I now have, these swords on my map. This is telling me to go kill 10 kobold vermin. But if I also just look at my map, it's going to show up here's the kobold vermin. So I walk up there, I would kill my kobolds. After I killed them, it would then display on the map where I need to go to pick up the next one. And it's just really helpful for getting quests done. There's not really much else to say on that one. It's just fantastic. Now, TSM, this is a powerhouse add-on. It is probably what's causing the blue bar for the loading to take the longest time. And this one is very good if you... especially if you're going to try and do it early and try to do as best you can super early. You can hover over things and it will give you more information about them. So you don't even have to use Leatrix Plus to get the vendor sell price because TSM will tell you. Like for example here, vendor sell price 37 copper, or that's the buy price. It's 7 copper to sell. It would do the exact same thing on stuff in your inventory. Now if you have your realms set up, which I can possibly do a video on later, you will be able to actually get the auction house data for the server as well. So that way you would know, okay, cool, I'm going to sell this refreshing spring water. It's only selling to the vendor for 1 copper. Oh, but I see it selling on the auction house for 2 silver. I mean, there's no reason why anybody would sell refreshing spring water for 2 silver, but you get my point. And it would give you the average and everything else so that you could, get that done and possibly make you some more gold, especially early on. But even later on, TSM is super fantastic. Yeah, so other than that, honestly, those are the base add-ons that I use. I might not even use TSM at the beginning, but that's just a personal preference. But yeah, I definitely suggest modifying your UI as fast as you can, going ahead and get that done with, and go ahead and start questing and everything else. After you've set up your UI, figure out what works best for you. I definitely would highly recommend Questy. As soon as it gets updated with the new rune quests and everything else, it will also be able to help you out with those. But for right now, it's not going to have any of the new stuff on there. Oh, and unit scan. As soon as they get that updated for the new NPCs that they decide to add into the game, that stuff will be on there as well. So that, like, if one mob in particular drops a rune for X, Y, or Z class, you could, have it scanned for that as soon as it spawns and it's nearby and it sees it. It'll let you know, and then you can go hunt it down. Hopefully, before another player gets to it. All right. Other than that, that is my basic add-ons that me and Chig most likely will be using. Finally convinced him to start using LVY, so hopefully he can stick with it. If not, oh well, he can go back to the default user interface. Anywho, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon to be notified whenever we post anything. We will be going live, both me and Chig, here in just a couple hours in preparation for Season of Discovery, and we'll most likely be streaming it until we just straight up cannot hold our eyes open anymore, which hopefully is over 24 hours. With all that being said, everybody, again, thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Remember, we're going to be on a PvP East Coast Realm. And if you want to join us, come join us. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a guild. It's going to be a blast. And ladies, gentlemen, and fellow adventurers of Azeroth, have a fantastic day.